So we're going to look for opportunities as some of the education bills move forward this session to try to incorporate that idea into the process. Hopefully we can get support. But maybe the main point that I should be giving to you today is not us understanding collectively the importance of physical education, because we do recognize that. It's the importance of your role as citizens in this legislative process. Obviously you're here today because the association said, you know, we've got to come to Washington, we've got to speak out, we've got to talk about our issues, we've got to have both legislators and their staff understand this issue and some other issues. There may be other issues. At 1:30 I'm meeting with our Pennsylvania folks. So but what's so important too is not only do you come to Washington, but in between those annual legislative days here, that you're back in the district working together with your colleagues, and then coming to the legislators' offices and contacting legislators and meeting with them in the district. Generally, I'm guessing most of the folks are teachers here who happen to also be involved in physical education. We hear from teachers, we hear from doctors, we hear from barbers, we hear from road contractors, we hear from those involved in environmental issues, and I think it's important now for your organization, your association, as a subset of the teachers' organization to come out and talk about physical education. Because there's no more important lobbyist for a member of Congress than a person that's coming from his or her district, or state if you're a senator. Every group imaginable, again, the barbers and the salon owners, and everybody has lobbyists here in Washington that try to promote the message and be heard in the legislative process, and that's a perfectly valid way of being part of the process. But being involved back in your district as individual citizens, where you go to the district office, you call or email your member of Congress to talk about issues, and go in and visit with them. And also at the state level, a lot of important state issues too. In fact, on this issue, you can get a lot done at the state legislative level too, beyond just what can be done in Congress. Get more involved personally with advocating on these issues and establish a personal relationship with your elected officials. And let me tell you, no matter what walk of life you come from into a state legislature or into Congress, you have a pretty good understanding and knowledge of a certain set of issues based on your background, but you don't know the thousands of issues that really are around in the legislative process, and so you really need to be educated by people in your district about those issues. So you can play such an important role as citizens by making that personal contact, making that personal visit, and educating them beyond just the legislative day here today. And it's through that process that collectively, ultimately, you get the attention in the legislative process and then ultimately positive results. So I hope beyond just today, you carry that with you as you leave Washington and continue to work in your home school districts and your home legislative districts. And if we do that collectively, hopefully we're going to see some really good progress on these issues. So again, thanks for having me. Thanks for the award. Look forward to meeting with the Pennsylvania group here shortly. And otherwise, hope you have a great rest of the day here in Washington, and appreciate you coming out. So thank you.